Hi, water signs. Welcome in. Welcome back if you are returning back. My name is Shannon Hensley. If you are new, audio discretion advised if you have little ones around. My channel is really intense, and I have been venting today on my platforms, and sometimes that happens. Not very often I do it, but I do it. And I have nothing to hide and everything to gain. And I look at a lot of demonic energy that is around you and I in this realm, trying to wreak havoc on people, and I don't put up with it. And a lot of people are opened up to demons and things like that, and that eternity realm is real. And you guys like playing with that, go right on ahead. Listen to a lying devil that's going to take you down to a place where you never can get out of. And it's a fact. Anyway, water signs, let's just get up in here and just see what's going on with you all. Most High God, Jehovah Elohim, maker of heaven and earth, God of war. Jehovah, I call upon you and you alone. Unravel every piece of crazy. This is coming in crossing. Some people upright, some people are not. This a police officer, FBI, has really been out here today. If this person's upright, it's a very kind individual. If the person's not, he or she will tell you whatever you want to hear. And I think it was the fire and the earth or the air, whichever other one it was. We had people masked, and people are wearing masks all over the place. Why is this out here for water energy? Why is this coming out here for water? Could be a proposal. But this proposal, those of you who are engaging in some type of a situation, somebody's actually married out here. So I think it was the fire reading. The Four of Wands came out. There was a big dragon in there. You got somebody out of control, and so here they are again. I think it was the fire reading. All of the knights came out of the deck. Every one of them came out. Okay, now you got three of them. So, and again, whatever's happened around this home or this marriage or we had the mistress lady also come out in wording. I think it was the earth reading, whichever one it was. Somebody's screwing around in their home and they're sleeping with all kinds of people, because it said so. If you think that somebody's married or single, they really married, or their home's upside down, you've got the player, the little slut person that comes in and out and does some stuff, and this in the reverse is out of control. Well, there's fixing to be a fight here. You play, that's what you get, right? I mean, God gives every one of us a chance to make something right, and I guess if you didn't, something's coming out. There's a little message coming. There's a little message. It's in a physical form here, and somebody's quickly running to this your house. It's upside down. There's at least 3 people inside this house showing up out here. There's the Emperor. Jumped. Okay, so those of you who follow the channel, here's that combination again that always comes out, and then there is a war energy going on. Okay, anyway, this is in reverse. So anyway, your head of household, your boss, your husband, whatever this is, some type of headship is out here, and there's warfaring going on in a really big way. Anyway. Hey, a bunch of people's involved in some stuff. It's called gangbang rape, because God said so. God said it was. God said it was. Somebody's doing something out here with the gangbang rape, and so somebody just found out that their spouse is doing something with all these people in their orgy. Then I guess somebody's fixing to take vengeance that way on the whore. I guess, whatever it's about. Anyway, here comes some messages for water energies. Show us these messages, please. I don't know how many videos we have of that Emperor with that knight of Wands. Amazing how many combinations, how many times it comes out. So there's your physical stuff. They want to hang on to something physical here. It don't belong to them. They're a thief. They're a thief. There's a little spy. Well, got a bunch of people around this house in this reading. All kinds of, there's the Empress wanting to show herself. Okay, well, anyway, there's a loyalty situation going on here, water signs. And the backstabbing betrayal just showed up in, I think it was the air reading, wherever it was at. But you got a bunch of people out here screwing around with the husband or the wife or whoever it is. Maybe they're doing it to one another. Because the mistress lady just came out. So you got all kinds of people up in here sleeping around with the person's spouse, and everybody's swapping nasty everywhere, folks. Now you got everybody up in here spying around a home that's upside down, and a bunch of people are rushing to it real fast. If somebody's not loyal out here around something, because again, the loyalty card came out. Somebody's not. So if you're cheating, something real horrific's fixing to go down, folks. It's called death, because God said it was a physical death. What's in the hidden space for water? What's in the hidden space, please, for water? Somebody lives a double life, folks. What's in the hidden space, please? Backwards communication in the reverse. Okay? All right, well, it's quick. It's out of control, and somebody's house is upside down out here. In the hidden space, some type of a document. It's a death certificate. It's a death certificate. What else you want to bring out here? They all thought they were going to go out with a bang. A literal sex bang is what they thought they were going to do. This is in the hidden space. It's in the reverse as well, which is be like real out of control, jealous individual here. Could be dealing with Russia, with connections with the bear. A business is also here, turned upside down in some type of communication or a document in the hidden space, water signs. If nothing else, somebody's property is upside down in some type of backwards documentation here that's been signed illegally. What else for water is in the hidden space? Somebody got something that doesn't belong to them. Greedy for money and their own gain. They got other people up in here. Had sex with them and everything to get something that they wanted to use, this husband or this wife. That's all it was for. Now their whole family's turned upside down in a situation because I guess they didn't want to fix something here. Well, there's your home. There's secrets in this home. The book, there's FBI. It's the Epstein files and all that kind of stuff. Making connections here. Somebody has an aha moment out here, water signs, on some type of a connection. Somebody has placed the pieces together. There's things going behind closed doors. The word prison also just came out in the, I think it was the air reading. Anyway, your home is here, but it's upside down here in the tarot. Okay? If somebody's going to go to jail for something, it's because somebody plotted to do a heinous sex crime on somebody that's done something out here. There's the ring. Somebody's married out here. Or if they said that they weren't married, they are married. And God will protect you if you got mixed up and somebody say, no, I'm single, and they lied to you about it. God will protect if you were innocent in some type of situation. But somebody's out of control here. Water signs in your reading. Show me water energy. Show me water energy. It says drowning. Okay, well, whatever this is today, there is a drowning somewhere by some water. The feminine is in the reverse. So that Empress and the Emperor is out here in this reading. So there's the feminine in the reverse. And then we have intimacy in the reverse. So somebody's cheating out here, is what it said in either the fire or the earth reading. And somebody has slept with this same person, or everybody in your house has slept with this person. I don't know. But it stated that this person was sleeping with everybody, and they were using everybody. And they know what they're doing. And they were only wanting to do it for their own gain. Because if I can get you in bed, and you in bed, and you in bed, and you all think that I'm the only one you're sleeping with, and I've got all your possessions here. And that's what's going on out here. Water signs. Somebody using you. Archangel Michael is out here as well. He stands for the people of God. So whatever somebody thinks they're trying to do out here illegally ain't gonna work. The word recharged came out in the reverse, meaning somebody can't let go, they can't breathe, they can't clear their mind, is what the card says. So anyway, the body of water. Well, we have drain out here, folks. Whatever that means. You live by a body of water. Somebody's trying to drown somebody, wants you to go somewhere. Because that boat just also showed up in somebody else's reading as well. There's secret communication things written down in a book. Knowledge. Okay? Somebody could have tore a piece of paper out of this book as well. Whatever that represents for you. Journal. Whatever that is. Interesting. A truthful person came out in the reverse. Whether you are or not, I don't know. If you are, thank you for being that way in the earth. Nobody's perfect. You just show that you're somebody willing to get up and do something right. Other people won't. They fall into mischief. Show me water. War. Well, Russia's out here if we want to look at it like that. And then self-control. It all jumped over on this ring with a friend. And there's the boat once again. If somebody's jealous of your connection out here, guys, they nuts. Then they went to all kinds of nasty stuff to get something taken care of because of their jealousy on something. Anyway, a wild place for protection. Well, anyway, Archangel Michael's out here. We're just not moved by idiots, folks. We're just not moved by your stupidity. Whatever's going on out here. You're going to do something that you're going to regret, and you're going to go sit in the court, and then you're going to go to jail, and you're going to sit there until you rot on some crap out here that you're doing, or that you did do. In a book wants to jump out. It's right here. Well, Shandara Bahaya. Thank you, Yehovah. It's right here. Now, do we want to talk about this book, Mr. Patel? Or what your book is? Is it a school book? Somebody wrote something about a gun? A wild place for protection. Somebody's fixing to get it. You reap what you sow. God said we're dealing with a brutish person, and God's word in his book says that a brutish person would be met the exact same way. So somebody's done something real brutish out here, which it shows a bunch of freaks up in here doing some crap. You're going to be met the same way, okay? All right. Pack your bags. You're fixing to go to hell. Not interested, because somebody is a freaking giant. And it was literally just being talked about in the air reading. Let Yehovah Elohim speak on. Look, underneath that. Well, that's incredible. A fallen worker of iniquity, and they'll never rise. They're a giant, like I was just talking about, by the Spirit of the living God speaking through my vessel. They're degenerate. They laid down with an animal. They said so. It's been recorded. It's been taken to the police department. I talked about it in length. If you are new, you have to go watch the other videos. We're dealing with a giant race, nasty carpentry, masonry organization that really is that deep, folks. We ain't moved by you giants. Time for you race nasties to go away. Extraterrestrials ain't moved by you, because you ain't human no more, and you have no more rights. Only human beings have rights in the earth. You people can pop up in here and play your little games and do all your little organizational things behind the door, and we won't say nothing because we're all in the secret stuff, and you're killing people. You're killing people. You're killing the soul area. Come behind our door and pee on the word of God, or get behind the door and get your lickety-lick from the animal, which turns you into a Nephilim giant. These things are going on in the earth realm with that organization, folks. And people don't want to answer questions because they really are that nasty. They can't come into the light because their deeds are so gross. But I'm going to judge it here. Don't you know we'll even judge angels? And I judge these freaks now that are a fallen worker of iniquity. And you're guilty at your core and will go to the pit of hell. Your little mission here is over, freaks. People of God shall live and not die. It's you freaking giants that are leaving. Go ahead and do your little pregnancy, stupid chemistry in your labs yourself. And go off in some place in the world and build you a wall around you and let God kill you from there. We are dealing with these types of energies in the earth realm today, folks. It is a reality. They're right up in governments as well. A sacrifice. I won't be your sacrifice. People who have their mind upon Yehovah Elohim, we will not be your sacrifice. I'm sorry. We are not into your occultic nonsense. Go burn yourself in your sacrificial, stupid, burning, whatever you do with your wicked heart, that you bring it before God. You ain't bringing it before him. A heartbreak is out here. Somebody went crazy in their heartbreak. Check through my hands. A teacher is coming out. That teacher was in the other deck that came out in one of the other element sign readings. We have the word school here. Somebody's teacher turned into a giant, did something nasty. I don't know. Something with a student. I don't know. A dancer is coming out. Again, a teacher is involved in something, or somebody you went to school with. Somebody is extremely jealous over somebody's love. There's a truthful person that is in love by Yehovah. They want to marry another person, and they're jealous. That's why that bear came out totally in the reverse. They are out of freaking their mind over it. They don't want you, honey. You giant race something. Go on now. Anyway, it says somebody is skillful and they're a trick and they're intelligent, but they have a hard head. They're cunning. We ain't interested in you. Sorry. A cab driver is out here. I don't know. You might want to pay attention to who you're getting into a cab with. They want you to go somewhere out here. Gonna have to have some self-control because there is something very heinous trying to go down, folks. It says, whoso robs his father and his mother and says it's no transgression, the same as a companion to a destroyer. Okay, when somebody's thieved from their parents, the emperor and the empress energy is here, and now that karmic activity brings a destroyer to your home for your kid to be a companion to. And if you're wondering what in the world happened to Johnny and why now all this stuff is taking place and he's just got all mixed up with the wrong set of people, it might be that Johnny put his fingers on mommy and daddy's stuff when he shouldn't have, and now he's got a companion to a destroyer, and that's why your house is all flipped upside down. That's how that karmic activity comes in, folks. Somebody got mixed up with somebody they shouldn't have. Now somebody's home is crazy because a psychopath was in somebody else's reading. Anyway, y'all better check your kids. Those kids would be said to even kill their parents in this hour. Who do you live for? I live for God alone, no human being, but Yehovah Elohim alone. Some people go, oh, I can't live without you. You're crazy. Nobody gets that special place in my heart. Shouldn't give nobody that place in your heart. We're to cling to God. This is rebellion. Somebody's ex was just there in the other reading. We just don't care about you either, honey bunny. Somebody don't care about nothing. They are in rebellion, and so they're dangerous. But you don't have to. They're a giant. They're an animal. They might be cute. It says they're cute, but they're a trick. They're wanting in their reasoning. They're just an animal. They've crossed the line with God, folks. whoever this is about, water signs, and somebody's just lost their mind, because you're in love with somebody and they went crazy. Let them go crazy. Let God take them out to the lower parts of the earth for seeking after your love. That's dumb. Anyway, the X is here, or the letter N is here. It is rebellion. And I guess if they're wanting to talk, they still got grudges. And you have to get your self-control. Something fixing to go down. If you got to punch the fool in the face, God says that a fool, their lip, it calls for stroke. Stroke them on out. This is what came out. Shalom.